Hi, and welcome to your 10th lecture in Russian for Complete Beginners, in which we will learn how to use the verb to have in different forms and ask questions about what someone has, how to talk about the marital status, and how to use demonstrative pronouns such as this. Now, so far, we have studied possessive pronouns, and we know how to say my friend, for example, мой друг. Now, this lecture will deal with the way of saying I have a friend, you have a friend, she has a friend, etc. To do so, all we need is a preposition u, which literally stands for by, a verb, which means to have, есть, and then the appropriate form of a personal pronoun. Now you'll notice that these forms look quite similar to the accusative forms we have studied before, which we use for direct objects or to say something like, it's a book and I am reading it. There are just a few additions of the letter N to he, she, and they form. The I have construction then literally becomes, by me, there is. Notice that as before, to form a question, all we need to do is to raise the intonation at the end. Now let's go through these new forms together. As usual, I will read each word out twice, and I would encourage you to repeat after me. Меня, меня, тебя, тебя, него, него, неё, неё, нас, нас, вас, вас, них, них. Excellent, well done. Please note that the preposition u and the verb есть will remain the same, regardless of the personal pronoun that we are using. Now let's have a look at some of these examples. Примеры, примеры. I will read each dialogue till the end first and then translate it. Кто у вас есть? У меня есть кот. Где он? Вот мой кот. Who do you have? I have a cat. Where is it? Here's my cat. Что у вас есть? У меня есть машина. Где она? Вот моя машина. What do you have? I have a car. Where is it? Here's my car. У вас есть очки? Да, у меня есть очки. Где они? Вот мои очки. Do you have glasses? Yes, I do have glasses. Where are they? Here are my glasses. As usual, please feel free to pause and rewind any part of this lecture in order to work on the construction to have. Now let's move on to talking about marital status, which can be adapted and then added to your personal profile started in Lecture 5 as part of your Test Yourself file. As usual, I will read each new phrase out twice, and I would encourage you to repeat after me. Вы женаты? Вы женаты? Ты женат? Ты женат? Да, я женат. Да, я женат. Это моя жена. Это моя жена. Нет, я не женат. Нет, я не женат. Я разведен. Я разведен. У меня есть девушка. У меня есть девушка. Вы замужем? Вы замужем? Ты замужем? Ты замужем? Да, я замужем. Да, я замужем. Это мой муж. Это мой муж. Нет, я не замужем. Нет, я не замужем. Я разведена. Я разведена. У меня есть молодой человек. У меня есть молодой человек. Or, Another word for boyfriend. У меня есть парень. У меня есть парень. Вы женаты? Вы женаты? Да, мы женаты. Да, мы женаты. Нет, мы не женаты. Нет, мы не женаты. Excellent, well done. Now notice that the word married changes according to the gender of the speaker. So a male would use женат to say that he is married, as in я женат, but a female would use замужем, as in я замужем. However, when a couple says that they are married, they will use the plural form of the masculine word and say мы женаты. We are married. Now let's see how we can use these new phrases in a conversation. I will read the dialogue till the end first to allow you to pause and rewind in order to practice the pronunciation and figure out the meaning. I will then translate the dialogue. Здравствуйте. Здравствуйте. Давайте познакомимся. Это моя жена Ольга. Очень приятно. Очень приятно. Сколько лет вы женаты? Уже 4 года. А вы женаты? Нет, я разведен, но сейчас у меня есть девушка. Понятно. А дети у вас есть? Да, есть. У меня есть дочка и сын. Hello. Hello. Let's get acquainted. This is my wife Olga. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. How many years have you been married? 4 years already. And are you married? No, I'm divorced, but I have a girlfriend at the moment. I see. Do you have children? Yes, I do. I have a daughter and a son. Now notice a new phrase which stands for let's get acquainted or let's get to know each other. Давайте познакомимся. Now the first word, давайте, is a very common Russian word, and it's used in everyday conversation to signify either let's or come on, let's get moving. If you're going to be using this word with a friend or somebody that you know, remember to drop the last 2 letters, te and ye, which represent a formal form here, and use давай. Давай. Now the adverb понятно is also a very common word used in everyday speech and literally stands for it is clear or clearly, but it's commonly used as understood, I see, or I get it. Now let's have a look at the second dialogue. I will read the dialogue till the end first to allow you to pause and rewind in order to practice the pronunciation. I will then translate the dialogue. Привет. Привет. Можно твой номер телефона? Нет, нельзя. Почему? У тебя есть парень? Да, есть. Плюс я тебя не знаю. А, понятно. Ну, извини. Пока. Пока. Hi. Hi. Can I have your phone number? No, you can't. Why? Do you have a boyfriend? Yes, I do. Plus, I don't know you. I get it. Well, sorry. Bye. Bye. Now, this particular dialogue is very conversational in style. Now, нельзя is the opposite of можно. Both of these words are very useful for you at this stage and can substitute a much more elaborate question such as, would it be possible for me to have a look at something, or would it be possible for me to do something? So the possible answer to можно can either be да, можно, yes, it's possible, or нет, нельзя, no, it's not possible. Just remember to add please at the end of it, as in можно, пожалуйста, and you will even be able to order food or drink or buy a train ticket by just adding the item that you are after, as in можно, пожалуйста, кофе. Also notice the new question tag that we can add to кто, who, что, what, как, how, где, where, когда, when, and сколько, how much or how many. This new question tag is why, почему. Now, in the last section of this lecture, we will deal with what we call demonstrative pronouns or words such as this. Now, we have seen the word это, which stands for it before, and we've used it in questions such as what is it? Что это? Now, what happens when you want to specify that you are talking or are interested in a particular object, not just any car, for instance, but this car? In such cases, we use demonstrative pronouns that get their name from demonstrating a particular object. Now, notice that demonstrative pronouns change according to the gender. Neuter this has the same ending as it, это. We will be able to tell a difference depending on the context. From now on, let's use это, it, to introduce a subject or an object to a sentence for the first time, as in, it is a house. Now, once we start talking about the subject or an object in more detail, we can then go on to use demonstrative pronouns, as in, this house is mine. Now, let's go through these demonstrative pronouns together. Masculine this is этот. Этот. Feminine this is эта. Это. Neuter this is это. Это, and plural these is эти. Эти. Now let's see how we can use these in a sentence. I will read each example out first and then translate it. Это дом. Этот дом стоит дешево. It is a house. This house costs cheaply. Это подруга. Эта подруга любит смотреть фильмы. It is a female friend. This female friend loves to watch films. Это молоко. Я думаю, что это молоко стоит мало. It is milk. I think that this milk costs little. Это друзья. Я знаю, что эти друзья слушают радио. These are friends. I know that these friends listen to the radio. Now let's practice using this new material in conversation. I will read each dialogue till the end first and then translate it. Ты знаешь, что это? Где? Тут. Это машина. Чья она? Эта машина моя. What is it? Do you know? Where? Here. It is a car. Whose is it? This car is mine. Кто этот мужчина и эта женщина? Я знаю, что он доктор и что он работает очень много. Я думаю, что она домохозяйка. Понятно. Спасибо. Who is this man and this woman? I know that he's a doctor and that he works a lot. I think that she is a housewife. I see. Thank you. Well done. You have worked really hard in this lecture and you have done really well. In this lecture, you have learned how to use the verb to have, how to talk about marital status, and how to use demonstrative pronouns. Overall, including the additional vocabulary in the supplementary materials attached to this lecture, you have familiarized yourselves with 38 new Russian words. As usual, remember to download the supplementary material, which contains additional new vocabulary, and more information on one can and one cannot constructions, as well as the Test Yourself file, which contains exercises designed to reinforce the new information covered in this lecture. Thank you for today and speak to you soon.